Yeah, so welcome to Throwback Thursday. This is an international collaboration with a number of other YouTubers who are looking back at some of their memories from yesteryears. And this month we're going to be looking back at one of our previous motorhomes, because one or two things sort of trigger some memories. But before we do that, don't forget to watch the other videos in this series. There will be a card at the end of the video, and I always get this in the wrong place, it's about there somewhere, and you can click on that and you can have a look at the other collaborators' videos. I like the word collaborator. It sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right, so what we're looking at our first motorhome, aren't we?
Yeah, I thought we briefly mentioned it before, you know, it's an Autocruise Vista.
Yeah.
But we haven't sort of talked about it in a lot of detail.
No.
And because we're coming up to 2 years for our current van,
Yeah.
I've been looking back at some figures and just found it interesting to look back at the original one.
Inevitable spreadsheet.
Yeah, this took me about 2 seconds to get out mine.
You still couldn't remember how to do subtitles.
No,
though,
I know. Right, so basically, it was an Autocruise Vista, wasn't it? Was it a 1.9?
It was a 1.9 turbo diesel engine, which was frankly gutless.
Gutless.
Yeah.
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 But what other features was? I mean, it was.
It was very short. It was
short.
about. It was about 15.5 feet long, so it could fit into most car parking spaces. I think I said at the time it was shorter than a big Jaguar. So that was one of its nicest features. And
the other feature it had was a rear door, didn't it?
Yeah. Interestingly, it had a rear door. I mean, if you see some of the Vistas, or the other one is the Valentine, the Autocruise Valentine, there's still some around. You'll see they've got a rear door, and that's an interesting solution to having a small van and not much space inside. Yeah,
I seem to remember we had to make sure that we'd put the step up.
Yeah.
Because it was behind.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't always going to notice it.
No.
Yeah, so, I mean, the basic layout was you came in the back door, didn't you? You had a bathroom, washroom.
Washroom, yeah.
On the right-hand side as you came in. And then you had, was it a wardrobe on the other side?
Yeah, there was a cupboard on the other side where you could hang stuff and put stuff in. So it was only about the size of one of our current wardrobes.
All along one side, didn't you? Had a kitchen area.
Yeah.
And a little fridge, which wasn't automatic. You had to remember to set it.
I mean, most fridges weren't automatic.
No.
It was an interesting little layout. It had an L-shaped sofa.
Yeah.
It wasn't travel seats, it was just an L-shaped sofa, and you made that into a bed, and it had a flappy thing that came out, and the idea was you put your bed on that. But it had no support underneath it, it had a pole, you know, a wooden pole that you stuck underneath and make sure it didn't collapse in the middle of the night.
That's right, yeah.
But it worked amazingly well, and it suited us we had it from 2003 till 2006.
Yeah, so we had it for 3 years.
Yeah. And it was just interesting looking back at some of the
what we did,
things we bought for it.
Yeah, I mean, we bought it from Marquis in Harpenden.
Yeah.
We part exchanged the Ford Puma.
Which I regretted, but
well, you regret
there's no other way of getting a motor.
Driven away, yeah. And the balance we paid was 14,900.
Right.
Okay, so altogether I think it was 21 something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Got a refund because we'd hired that motorhome.
We got the balance of
the Vivanti, wasn't it?
We hired a motorhome through Vivanti, which is part of Marquis.
Yeah.
And that was one of our taster motorhome
so we got £250 back from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just interesting. I mean, obviously we did several MOTs and services on it. That was £820.
Wow.
We spent doing that.
What I was interested in was the accessories we bought.
Yeah, the accessories we bought is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also got what we spent on fuel. Yeah, I mean, we bought things like a rear view window.
No, what it was called was a Fresnel lens.
Yeah.
If you know what lighthouses look like, you know, where they have a Fresnel lens, the idea is it gives you a wider view. At the back, this thing stuck on the back window, so you could see out the rear view camera, and it give you a wider view outside. So.
Yeah, it was good. We didn't have a camera though, did we?
No. Because you could see out the back, but you couldn't see very much because the window's only sort of like that. So the Fresnel lens sort of magnified everything behind. Sort of early rear view camera, really.
And you took it to Conrad Anderson, didn't you? I remember you staying overnight, and you got cruise control.
We had cruise control fitted, So going all that time back, and that worked really well.
You saw it at one of the shows, didn't
Yeah,
we? And you arranged to go.
So I drove to Birmingham and I parked up in their yard overnight, and they fitted cruise control.
Yeah, yeah, and we bought a mattress for it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
No,
But
no,
anyway.
no.
Yeah, and a mosquito net.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was for the door.
That was
wasn't
the
it?
door. Yeah, there was no fly screen on the back door, and we bought a net. It just sort of folded down, didn't it?
Yeah, confused Katie and Bonnie.
Yeah.
Totally, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It
That's
sort of
right.
opened up. Yeah. Yeah, so we got some speakers for it,
Yeah.
and we bought a status aerial dome.
Yeah, I think that means a status area. I don't know what the dome bit's about. I think it packed up, so there were things that were replaced on it. How much did we spend on accessories?
On accessories, we spent over £2,000, £2,796. But we also bought a Sony CD player for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And we also bought an awning, didn't we?
Yeah.
We bought that.
Yeah.
I've called it a porch, but it was we got it from Rivers Way Leisure.
It was a porch awning.
Yeah, and it was £284.90.
Right.
I'm sure I've got a few pictures of that. We used to put it up on the back of the van, didn't we? But it was on a frame. You had to put the frame up, put this on the back.
Yeah.
And then one day at Burrs Country Park, there was a gust of wind,
And
it bent all the poles,
Yeah.
and we nearly lost it completely.
Yeah.
So we ended up with that,
Yeah.
taking it down to the tip, didn't we, in
That's
Bury,
right.
and that's the last we ever saw of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got fed up with awnings for
Yeah,
a
we
while.
bought things like picnic tables, ground sheets, and we bought the wrong wheel trims at one time.
Oh yeah,
you had
bought
to get
some
a
wheel
refund.
trims and putting them on, and we're driving down the road, and I heard something rolling down the road past me.
Yeah.
And go the wheel trims.
Yeah, and on insurance, it was costing us about £390 a year for
Yeah,
insurance.
can't
Bear in
remember
mind,
that.
this is 2003.
Yeah, but that still
4 or
sounds quite
5.
cheap, doesn't it, compared
Yeah.
to what we're paying now?
Yeah, that was with Caravan Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I say we spent on services and MOTs of £820.
Yeah.
And the rest of it was on fuel. And I was just amazed that some of the garages we stopped at, £50 to fill up in Scotland.
It's twice
You
that
know,
now,
it's
isn't it? Yeah, at least twice
Yeah.
that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's about the highest that we paid
Yeah.
for any fuel. Sometimes £16.
Yeah, that was top up, obviously.
Obviously a top up, but
Yeah,
so it's interesting. I mean,
What we didn't realise when we first had it was it had a cowl on the outside. You had to take the cowl off to let the gas fumes escape.
that's right. Before you could turn the water heater on,
Yeah,
wasn't
so
it?
I
You had
kept
to do
forgetting
that.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'd have like a red warning light.
Yeah.
Do you can remember how easy it was to put water in and to empty water out?
No,
of it?
I don't think it was too bad. I think I had a feeling it had a whale connection, but I might be wrong.
No, I
If
don't
anyone's
remember
got
that
a
much.
Starfire or an older Starfire or Vista or Valentine, let us know what. I can't remember what it was like. It's always
No.
strange. There's things you forget how to do it. I know there was the waste pipe emptying was a flexible pipe which worked quite well. You know, you didn't have to manoeuvre over grates and
Climb underneath.
climb underneath or anything. It just had a flexible pipe that you plonked over wherever you were emptying it and turned a tap. So they were really good motorhomes, Autocruises. I mean, if you're in the market for a used motorhome, have a look for the Autocruise name. It went out of business when they had a flood, didn't they, at the factory?
Yeah, was it 2012? That really
something like
bad
that. Yeah.
summer with all rained every day.
And they were taken over by Swift, and
Yeah.
eventually Swift absorbed the name and threw it out the window.
But
didn't
they had a lot of novel ideas, didn't
Yeah,
they? And
yeah. No, it was good.
got very fond memories
Yeah.
of taking Katie and Bonnie and that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's brought back a few memories. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said earlier, don't forget to watch the other videos in the playlist. I'm sure other people will be reliving some memories there. And thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you in the next one.
Yeah. Bye
Bye then.